It's tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. It's tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. It's tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in, come on in. It's tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. I am so happy to be with you on this evening. Please come on in and share, 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 share. I need you all to make sure you let everyone know that Tea Time with Tracey is on the air, and we need everyone to participate and come on in. I'm so excited on tonight. I am truly excited about this evening. It is Tea Time with Tracey. Come on in. I see my administrator popping in, Montrese Brewster. Come on in. Please share. I'm seeing some of you coming in, but I need to see your comments. So let me know that you're in the room. Come on in. Yes, yes, yes. We're in for a treat on tonight. Tonight I'm doing some things that may be a little different than what I've been doing in the past. But please make sure you share with everyone and let them know that Tea Time with Tracey is on, and we're in for a really great discussion. And I need everyone to come forward on this one here. I'm so excited on tonight. So please make sure that you share with everyone. Let them know that I am on. And make sure you comment. Let me know that you're here. Listen, Tea Time with Tracey, for all of those that will be tuning in, that's coming on. Tea Time with Tracey is where we come together. We have discussions where, good to see you, Jess. Good to see you. We come together on Tea Time with Tracey. We have discussions that will help us in our relationships. We have all types of relationships with our spouses, with our husbands and wives, and brothers and sisters, siblings, parents, grandparents, even when it comes down to our friendships, our even when it comes to work. Everything that relates to relationship is what we speak about here on Tea Time with Tracey. And everyone comment matter. No man, there's no big eyes and there's no little U's. Everyone here matters with Tea Time with Tracey. So please get your comments together and come on in. Grab yourself a cup of tea and let's dive on into the discussion that we're going to have on tonight. But before I do that, I just want to talk to you a little bit. Of course, I'm going to acknowledge all of you that are coming in, but please make sure you share on your page. I need you all to start getting your comments together. I think it's going to be, I really think it's going to be something awesome on tonight, but I need as much participation as possible. I see you all coming in. I see you all coming in. I'm going to acknowledge you. But as I was saying, please also, before I jump into it, remember on January the 1st, we're having a major, major, major giveaway. We're giving away $500. Yes, Tea Time with Tracey is giving away $500 cash. And the way that you have the opportunity of winning that $500 is that you have to send in $10 cash app to $ tea time, $ the number 4 tea time. Cash app, $ the number 4 tea time. Send $10 and your name will be placed on a spin wheel. Don't miss this opportunity. Will be your way of helping not only yourself or someone else to win $500. For every $10 that come in, it goes towards the proceeds. So I need you all to help me. I'm just a little shy from the 500, but if the more that you're coming in, I want you all to help out in this endeavor. I'm going to have to foot it if you don't participate in it. But the thing about it is that I want to be able to be a blessing to a family come the new year. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? This is the only endeavor that I have. I am not Ellen DeGeneres. I always use those names, and Oprah, or I'm not a major organization that it's able to do these things. So this is my way of saying, okay, I'm doing this show. I've been on this show for about a year. I'm all about relationship. I'm all about family and helping of one another's. And so how about have this giveaway? Something to show that Tea Time with Tracey understand and recognize the family, and understand and recognize that everyone can use a little help. But I don't have the proceeds to do it on my own. So I generate this spin wheel wherein if you send the money in, the money comes in, it adds up to that amount that I have stated. And if I have anything extra, then I use that towards the next one, or I use it in the an extra. I will pull out. I do another spin wheel, like an extra $25 or $50. That's what I've done on the other ones. This is not a game. This is not a scam. This is all about being a help to one another. That's what we are doing here with Tea Time with Tracey. So please make sure that you tune in and be a part. So all you have to do, send your $10 cash app. I will hear it when it go off. And first of all, I want to say thank you to all of those who have already been partaking, participating in this endeavor. But please keep them coming. Keep them coming. $10 to dollar sign for tea time will guarantee your name to be on the spin wheel, and you have the opportunity to win $500 on January 1st, 2021. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. And also, you know that this was generated, this Tea Time with Tracey started from the book that I've written called An Unbreakable Bond, The Ultimate Mother and Daughter Relationship. The Ultimate Mother and Daughter Relationship. You're still able to get that copy. You can go to my website and you'll be welcome to get that copy. But again, thank you all for tuning in. I want to acknowledge you for tuning in right now. So let me go through the names that I am seeing. Thank you for my administrator, Montrese. Good to see you. Good to see you, Patricia Williams. Good to see you, Jess Hines. Thank you. Thank you, Joanne Ham. I see you coming in. Jeannie Brown Upshore. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Also, thank you, Arshelle Brooks Harris. Thank you, Arnie. Thank you, Lonzel. Thank you, Thomas Hunter. Thank you, Yolanda. Yes, keep sharing on your page. Please keep coming. Please keep coming. I need you all to tune in. I need you all to come on in. So, what's getting ready to happen today, we're going to talk about a very, very interesting topic. And I can use all of your assistance in this topic. Last week we had a topic on, can single people who's never been married give advice to women, or I mean not to women, give advice to married people who's never been. Can single people who've never been married give advice to married people on marriage or on any matter, etc.? And while we were in that discussion, we came up wherein there were people who began to speak about that they were in committed relationships. Although they were in committed relationships, they were being transparent. They were in committed relationships, doing the life as if they were in a marriage, but it didn't work. It didn't pan out. And they were speaking about. We were saying that they were saying that these committed relationships, um, good to see, these committed relationships are nothing in the sight of God. But anyway, we want to talk about that on tonight. And I had some people that I had asked to come on in the room. I wanted to bring them to the forefront and let them speak about um, to let them speak about their experience being in a committed relationship where there was no commitment. And the game changer with it, because there was a person who was on there. I'm hoping she comes in. I'm reaching out to them now. I need them to come in because I want to talk about. But I want to hear. Let me put up the topic so you can see commitment with no commitment. Actually, it's a commitment with commitment with no commitment. People are in relationship lengthy times of years being in a relationship, and there's no commitment. Wherein they're living the life like they're married. The woman taking care of the man, the man taking care of the woman. They're handling household duties. They're functioning as if they're in a marriage. That there we need to talk about that because there are people who have gone this whole time period in these committed relationships, they call it, and they think that because the thing was is that people that were in this type of relationship, they feel like they have the ability to speak on marriage because although they are not married, they're in a committed relationship for a lengthy amount of time, and they feel like those relationships were doable and that they can speak. And so we want to talk about that commitment thing there going on there. Um, is it really a commitment without a commitment? If you can't stand before, if you can, relationships, we got to look at relationships. We got to look at the meaning and how we see. Ani, come on in. Connie, talk to us. You know about we were talking because you was on last week as well. Um, Anybody can talk about the pitfall or the danger because it's a dangerous place to be in to give all of yourself to a person, committing yourself, giving yourself a commitment, and then um, there's no marriage. There's danger to that, emotional danger, mental danger, financial, because what happens is there's a situation legally, the society don't see you as a couple. Let's talk about this. I mean, come on, let's talk about this. I hope um let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Anybody, give share your thoughts on this matter. Is do people are saying that you can have a committed relationship without being married and it's doable. I said I was gonna bring people in if they wanted to come in. If there's anyone who'd like to come on the screen in person, I'm willing to send you the invite and allow you to come in if that is something that you chose to do. I am willing to do that. I will inbox you. Ani says, in this day and time, it's a gamble to let the state get involved in your commitment. Okay, Ani. So you're saying that, let me see what else. Jeannie says, the difference is there's no paperwork, but you can still be committed to each other. Okay, okay. Hey, sis. Oh, there you go. Oh my, that's my number one fan. That's my number one fan. I always put it up. That's my number one fan. Um, Jeannie, I like what you said. You said the difference is there's no paperwork, but you can still be committed to each other. But the thing about that is, okay, when you are, hold up, Montrese is saying something. She said, I don't believe I have to be married to be committed. It's just in my nature to be committed in anything I'm in. Otherwise, do it if I'm not committed. Otherwise, why do it if I'm not committed? Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But the thing about it is that if you can go as far as to being committed in every aspect of the way of someone being married, why not married? What would be the reason for not marrying? What would be the why? How is it that one can be comfortably living the life as someone married and not be married? Why would you allow your life to go down that road? Because let's just say, for instance, and I'm just using uh, I don't know if this is the truth, but I'm just putting it out there. Oh my goodness, I got some people. Come on, Christine, good to see you. Jacqueline, yes, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Marie Ray, oh my God, bless your life. Thank you for tuning in. I think I missed somebody. Oh, Tamisha Bennett. I don't know if this is your first time, but thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracy. But I want to talk, let's talk about this thing, guys. Um, they're saying that it is doable to be in a committed relationship. Um, um, they're saying that it's doable to be in a committed relationship without being married. But let me see. Well, Marie just said something here. She says, I'm not committing totally without being married. Then you walk away. It, here we go. Come on. This is what I want to hear from y'all. Come on. Cynthia says, that piece of paper means a lot. Jeannie says some people don't believe in marriage and it's a lot easier to walk out on the person. And I believe a lot of times that people, but they will string you along to make you think that being in this, that we're in a committed relationship. I trust you, you trust me. Why do we need to bring anybody else in that? I think sometimes that's a cop out because if you can and if you got a car and you don't have a problem in registering that car, how is it that you want everybody to know I own this car? This car belongs to me, and you will pimp that ride. You will make it known that that car belongs to me. But this woman who is caring for you, loving you, catering to you, being there for you, and vice versa, and you're not willing to say, stand before anyone and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to let the world know that this one out of all of them out there, this is the one that I will rather be with. This is the one that I am willing to say that I commit myself to, and I'm standing 100% before the world and people to let it be known that this is who I'm with. Monchi says some people believe marriage changes things. It puts stipulation on things. Jess says, I think it's a slippery slope if both parties are not like-minded with their understanding of what a commitment is. Once the two have an understanding of their goal for their commitment, there will be a level of elevation that will naturally take place. I like that, Jess. I really like that. That's I like that. Oh my goodness, my niece Lavon, my eldest niece, come on here. She said, you can be committed, but where is God in the relationship? God will elevate you in yours when you committed to one another and to God. Boom! Coming from my niece. This is my eldest niece, and I agree with you 1000%. And this is on a place where I also want to take us to. Sometimes what happens is we have to remember, first of all, what marriage is all about. Marriage is manufactured and created by God. There's an order, there's a system, there's a reason why He has set things up the way He did. And what happens when you come out of the order of it, this is how we see a lot of the things that we see. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that people can be in God and people, they get married and they say because God, and then it falls apart. And we're not talking about that. We're talking about if you can go as far as to be with a person and treat them as if you're in a marriage and not marry them. I think we need to, that's something, it's a lot to be said about that. Good to see you, Denise. Good to see you. Just that the fear of commitment will cause you to settle for a contentment. Oh my God, that's really good there. Christine said, don't settle. Marriage is what you make it, and it takes work. With anything, exactly, it takes work. Come on now, come on, y'all. Now, I want to let y'all know I am doing something different. If someone wants to come on the screen and speak themselves, I'm willing to do that. And I reached out to a couple of people. I'm gonna see if they're willing to do that. Okay, Mom says if I'm with that person, they know ultimately my goal is marriage. Boom. If it's not a goal of yours, I wouldn't be with or committed to that person. Yes. Jeannie says, it's a scam, and some people will say everything you want to hear. Woo! And you continue to accept the lies he or she is feeding you to keep from marrying you. It's called stringing you along. Woo! Exactly. And the thing about it is that because we have that hope, and we're so easy with thinking that, oh, well, he's going to, oh, Denise, boom. Marriage is honorable in the eyes of God. No matter what, marriage is honorable in the eyes of God. Cynthia said, I worked in the banking business for years and have had customers come in tears because they were with their partners for years and the children didn't even allow them to have any input when the person passed on. So marriage is very important. Whoo! My God. Now do you understand that committed relationship? All in good, understandable. But at the end of the day, when there's no legalism, when it's not legal, when you're not able to, you are in a jam. You should not put yourself in a position where you can get caught in such a messful state that puts you in the place. Oh my gosh. Jacqueline says, let's save me some precious young lady heartache and deception. Don't be so committed in a relationship. If the person looking for marriage, I heard a saying, why buy the cow if you're getting the milk free? Ooh, oh, listen. Oh my God. Young ladies, oh my God, come on, y'all. Let's talk about this thing. Let's be real about this. Thomas says there are a lot of things that come with marriage. If either parties died with all they invested in each other, they come out empty. Commit yourself, mind, body, soul, spirit, and business. Yes. Jeannie says, after 2 years of being in a relationship, you find that your mate is not marriage material, then you should walk away. Jess says, marriage ignites your obligation to yourself. Oh, that right there, I'm going to pin that one. We need to understand that. We need to understand that. Exactly. Marriage ignites. Marriage ignites your obligation to your significant, because the thing about it is that a lot of people don't want, they say, oh well, we've been together a long time, we better than her, I've been with him for a long time, or she been with him for a long time, and we're in a better situation than those that are married. We doing a lot better, we doing a lot more than those that are married. It's not about you comparing your relationship to someone who is married. At the end of the day, there is no entitlement to you. You have nothing. I've read, like my sister Cynthia said, there are people. Look at what she wrote. She says, I worked in the banking business for years and have had customers come in tears because they were with their partners for years. For years. And the children of that person that they were in relationship with for all those years didn't even allow them to have any input when the person passed on. So marriage is very important. We have to understand marriage, is honorable in the sight of God, and the bed is undefiled. But I love what Jess wrote. Jess said marriage ignites your obligation to your significant because you think different when you are married. You think different of that person. You have more of a, you see that person more. It just takes you go another, it takes you to another place, another level. Thomas says marriage elevates the commitment. You show your real commitment. Boom. Boom, Thomas. Exactly. Marriage elevates the commitment. And you show your real commitment. Now, if now you're going to say you're committed to this person, don't string this person around 3 years, 4 years. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. Make that. Don't do that. Marriage elevates the commitment. If you really committed, then you will marry that person. Period. Point blank. No ifs, ands, or buts. You will do that. Levant France Nova says marriage is a deeper level of commitment. You are no longer two people. You are joined and become one flesh. Yes, come on here with it, y'all. I love Tea Time with Tracey. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? This is what I'm talking about. This stuff is important because let me just say this, people. Tea Time with Tracey, like I said, there's no big I's and there's no little U's. But on here, Tea Time with Tracey, everybody's opinion and comments matter. Because someone comes on here, we have viewers that tune in after this live is over. From overseas, from Australia, from India, from Poland, from Germany. I have them from all over. And you all don't understand the importance of what you're stating. You are helping somebody. You're even helping somebody on the line right now with your statements in your comments because sometimes people don't realize um, that they could have heard it from someone else, say from family member, but when they hearing all these different people coming up with different, they can take something and walk away. We try to have these discussions where it become life apple. We're trying to get our whole life together and get our relationships right and get in right relationship, because we got an enemy that's after our soul and he doesn't like relationships. And so what he does all kinds of things to cause our relationship to be chaotic. And because God is the author of a relationship, especially marriage, and so he know that when we get in these relationships, it ought to lead to marriage. And it's very painful. It's a very painful situation when you have been in a relationship and been strung along, or you've been committed to a person and you live in the life proving to them that you're wife material or that you're husband material, and then you saw that the time was wasted and then they walk away from you or you walk away we have to look at, it's a painful thing. And though, yes, although it may be doable, do you do that? Although it may be doable to be in a committed, long-lasting relationship without being married, but should you do that? Okay, and Jeannie says, why invest in somebody who doesn't want to invest in you by marrying you? Boom. So why would you spend umpteen years with somebody when they won't even consider marrying you? That's wasted time. That's time that you can't get back. Thomas says, the partner is supposed to enhance your life. Ooh, I'm loving you guys tonight. Ooh, wait, did I miss somebody? Oh, I miss. Let me go back up. Oh, because y'all hitting it tonight. Y'all hitting this thing on the head. Um, okay, Thomas said marriage elevates. Francis said marriage is a deeper level. Jeannie said, why invest? Okay, Jackie said marriage holds authority, not just in the bedroom. Woo! Thomas says, this is where I say commitment is more than just relationship. It's a business contract as well. You trust your partner with everything. Come on here with it. Oh boy, I'm loving y'all tonight. Don't mind me, but I get excited because this is doing something for me. It is preparing me as well. Because you get older and sometimes you slip. When I say slip, you let your mind, You get so caught up that you don't even realize. And for you young people also, you need to understand, let's be real. We gotta do this thing right. We can't want God results and not do it the way that it ought to be done. Don't lower you. We have to do it the right way. So let me go on down here. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Okay, so Thomas says, right, okay. And then he says, the partner is supposed to enhance your life. Wherever you fall short at, they are committed to help elevate you to get to the point where your lives are enhanced. That's the purpose, exactly. Denise said, absolutely no, Levon, she's talking to you. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. There's a reason for that. You should not be doing that if you're not married. Period, point blank, the end. Monchi says, marriage is important. However, you can't be committed to the person you love leading up to marriage. Isn't that why you choose to marry that person? Because you see how committed they are to you during the relationship. Ooh, y'all hitting this thing. Y'all coming out the woodworks. I appreciate everything that everyone is saying. Tamisha says it's a belief system. If you're saved, you should already know to commit with the mind to marry. Some unsaved people don't find a problem being together and not married. Exactly, Tamisha. She said, I've been married 3 times and will do it a million times to honor God, and I believe in marriage. I just got to stop picking clowns to crown. Oh, good God from Zion. Y'all got to excuse me on that one. Tamisha, thank you for your transparency. Thank you for your truth. At the end of the day, because you know what? People talk about that too, Tamisha. People will talk about a person being married a couple of times and all of that. But let me tell you, let's get to that for a moment real quick. There's like, oh, that girl been married 3 times. That may be her baggage, but let me tell you this. At least she got the mindset to get married. We know that you have the mind and you got the mind to be married, and you're willing to go that level, that step. But what about the person like we're speaking of that can be in a relationship for a long time and cannot be committed? That's different. So this is really good. This is really good. Thomas says, if after 6 months to a year of dating, you don't know if you want to be committed to this person, there is a reason. Keep it moving. Thomas Hunter, my sentiments exactly. Yeah, yeah, Denise, I love that. Clowns to crowd. We gotta stop crowning clowns. Oh my God, because they ain't ready. And what happens is sometimes another thing too, you gotta know. Oh, that's another story there. Oh, you guys, I'm telling you, this is awesome. Jacqueline said, I believe marriage is building together. That's how I'm looking at it now. The importance of marriage, the covenant between man and woman, that's the order from the Lord. Exactly. Yeah. Arnie, everybody on there with Tamisha. Exactly, exactly. Listen, exactly. I'm telling you, it's important. We sell ourselves short. And because you want a thing and you believe in a thing and you want to believe it, but you know what? People are making promises and breaking them left and right. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, that's why you have to discern, you have to trust, but you have to believe. You have to know the will of God. You have to understand. Um, well, talk to us, Tamisha. Talk to us. Help some young lady out there, and even some old lady out there, not to make the mistake and understand and carry on. Because at the end of the day, like one of the things we said, you don't want to. Um, You have to understand, they would, don't let somebody get you to the place where you giving you. And but then let me ask you this though. What happened to a person? What can we tell a person who already went that route, who's committed themselves, and they had the promise of marriage, and then it ended, and then it's as if that relationship was null and void. That's painful too, because you can be on the path of marriage with a person telling you that, and then they fall short. What do we say to that? Thomas says, after 26 years and now divorced, and what I've learned in these last 2 years after my marriage, I'll do it again. Got married young and immature. And see, let's be honest. I'm with you on that, Thomas. Let's be honest. We gotta be honest about when we got. If you've been married, Tanisha, you said you married 3 times. Let's be honest about when we get married and our reason for getting married, because everybody didn't get married with the business mind or with the right mindset. And I mean, you never really uh you go in it all different kinds of ways. Some people survive those times and some people don't. But we got to be honest. Okay, did I really marry this person with the future in mind, or was I marrying them for the now and not the was I marrying that man for the present and not the future? Because some people will marry you for their present situation but not the future, and therefore we see the results of that. Don't leave me, y'all. Don't leave me. Get the numbers coming up. Keep the numbers coming. Just as marriage is work and can sometimes be discouraging and fearful, but it's the work that keeps me committed. It takes time to building a strong foundation, and sometimes we give up before the foundation is set. I believe in the work it takes to sustain marriage because of its outcome. Come on here, people. Come on here. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Keep the numbers coming. Keep the numbers coming. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Your opinion and your comments matter here. You matter here. Your thoughts matter here. I always say, uh, there's no big eyes and there's no little U's. We're all helpers of one another. Each one reach one, each one teach one. We are helpers of one another. It's all about us getting our whole life together. And we are better together. And no man is an island. And we need each other in relationships. We need each other. We are supposed to have marriages. We're supposed to want to be together. We're supposed to want to be able to have that. No man should be. He says it's not good for man to be alone. We were designed to be a helpmeet to the man, and the man was designed knowing that he had someone. We are better together. If I'm alone, who's there to scratch my back? If I'm alone, who can see what's behind me? Who can see? Sometimes you need somebody behind you to see you just got to work together. We shouldn't be doing it by ourselves. It was never intended for us to be by ourselves. Man was never intended to be alone. That's why we were created. We have to remember that. We have to remember that. We were not created to be alone, but we are helpers of one another. Let's help each other. Let's help each other. Come on, honey. Come on here, y'all. Y'all talking right. I appreciate y'all. And please, please be sure to partake in this $500 giveaway that I'm doing on January 1st. I need you all to send your $10 cash app. Come on, people, work with me. Send your $10 cash app. Don't wait the last minute to to send your cash app. I need you to send it now so that you have the opportunity to get your name on the spin wheel. It's only $10. You send it to Cash App, $ the number 4, tea time, and your name will be placed on the spin wheel. Don't let this moment pass you by. I need as much participation as possible. Again, remember, we all helpers of one another. No man is an island. We must help one another. But come on now, let me see y'all bringing it tonight. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Please keep your comments coming. If you can write it, I can read it because I think it's very important. Tamisha says, my reasons were primarily a license for sex. I didn't want to be fornicating. I know different, of course, now. Digging deeper, I never gave myself a chance to know a brother. I entered relationships broken. Somebody, anybody was always better than nobody, etc. And desperation, that's what that was, my Lord. Thomas says, as men, we really want someone to believe in us. The world fights us daily. We just want peace and belief. More than just sex, which is good. We just want our woman to believe in us, whether they see results quick or forthcoming. Come on here. This is awesome. This is awesome. Just says, to the person in a committed, non-commitment relationship, do not be naive and be sure lean on your discernment, right? And be sure to lean on your discernment of who you are with. Sometimes you are so in love that you miss the very sign that the relationship is not progressing. Emotional abuse is real, and you should continue to seek God before, during, and after you are committed into a relationship. Ooh, my God. My God. My. You guys are really talking some stuff tonight. I'm with you. Roz, thank you for tuning in. But yes, that is a wow. That most definitely is a wow. Please, y'all share on your page. We got a few more minutes to go. This is magnificent, but this is something that needed, and we're talking right, and we're being true about it. Tamisha said, yes, desperation. Yes, desperate people do desperate things. And oh, need more make you do more. And when you sometimes you got people who are in hobo relationships. I call a hobo. They're in a relationship just because they need a place to lay their head. They're not so much really want that woman. They don't really want that relationship, but they're in that relationship for a need, not so much of the hopes of a future or building something. And you can get caught in that as well. Tom's Hunter, that's good. Yes. Roz says, I wanted to be a family marriage is a part of my deal. Exactly. 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 And so we have to be honest with ourselves and we have to pay close attention because, yes, desperation will make you do some things, honey, and let's be true. You would string somebody along. Uh, Audie says, I believe in marriage, but I don't believe in this culture. In some cultures, divorce is rare. That's the kind of culture we need to adopt. Yes, because this is the thing, too. We're so quick to throw in the towel. No offense to you, Tamisha, but sometimes, like you said, when we know better, then we're supposed to do better. But when we pay attention to why we were in those relationships or why we got married, like you said, the reason why you got married, so then you already know what the end result is going to be. Nothing lasting comes from, but when you have the right mindset, it's important that it's about the marriage and not the wedding. A lot of times people get married and they're looking at the wedding and not the marriage, but it's about the marriage and not the wedding. Yes. Jacqueline says, speaking for myself, being committed in a relationship when I was younger, shacking up, not even paying attention to the red flags that was blinking, got caught up looking for love in all the wrong places. And as women, some of us love hard, wanting just to be loved. My God. My God. That's okay. You're right on time. My God, this is really good. Yes, yes. When we know better, we do better. And the thing about it is that if we don't, we can be in these. And this is the thing. It's not if you've had that experience, you dare not want to repeat it. So if we, the thing is that we ought to do a self evaluation to keep from repeating ourselves. Because if you don't evaluate, then you're subject to repeat it. And that's how come we were able to repeat it as many times as you did, because you never stopped to self evaluate. And so now you got a different mindset. And then we have to have the mindset of knowing that what your outcome is going to be. You have to have the setup on how you want it to be. Okay. Denise says, coming from a woman's perspective, we must learn to examine a man's inner heart before giving away all the cookies. And my Steve Harvey was, because oftentimes we all caught up in the sex. Right. I heard my first lady says, and I love this thing she said, and I crack up on it. She said a lot of times these women stick with these men because because they want them to pay. They got because of the cable bill. She said because of cable and the meat plan. And when I thought about it, I said, what's she talking about? I was a little green, and it took me a moment. And I said, oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. And they sticking around because that's that Netflix and that meat plan. I said, oh, it's about the flesh. But in the end, the Bible tells us the wages of sin is death, right? But the gift of God is eternal life. But there's a right way of doing things. One of the things I always say, we cannot expect God results doing it our way. Don't expect the results, the marriage to be what you want it to be, and you went in it totally opposite of what the calling of God is concerning marriage. He said, man, leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. But if you doing everything as if you're a married couple, except for giving the vow before God and man to say that this person here is whom I decide to live the rest of my life with, out of all the women in the world, this one right here is the one that I believe to be attached to my rib, and that that's gonna walk along the side with me, and we're gonna tackle this thing called life together. But what happened is that they getting it. They's like, oh, it's a temporary thing, and we selling ourselves short. We ought not to do that. Don't do that. Oh, oh, well, good to see you. Thank Teresa, the Border Eastern girl. This is good. Ebony and Scott, girl, talking. I'm so glad you listen. Please make sure you share. I need you all to come on in. Do not stick with me. Stick with Tea Time with Tracey. We really believe in helping each other. It seems like it's funny and joke, but let me tell you, what you're saying holds so much truth, and is very being transparent. And there are people who are experiencing these things, and they have nowhere to go to get an answer, to get help, or to even have an inkling of how do I handle this. I was on Clubhouse and I was listening to a conversation, and I heard a young lady speaking about being in a relationship. She had 4 kids and with this man for 3 years, and she had 4 kids from previous. And then she was speaking about how he got somebody else pregnant, and she's thinking that I'm saying to myself, who is she around? Who is she listening to? Where has she been? But this social media it's a tool that if we use it properly, it can be beneficial. Everything don't have to be negative, but these types of forums, these discussions are a help. This is the avenue that the Lord has given me, whereby I can be a help, you can be a help, and we can be a help together. So keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Jess says, understanding your commitment style begins with you. When you learn to commit to who you are, you learn how to commit to someone else, and ultimately know when someone is truly committing to you. Loving yourself is a great step to how to love and how to receive love. Come on here. I'm loving you guys. Yes, I am. Thomas says sex confuses things. Whatever your intentions were before the horizontal mamba gets thrown out the window because the mind was blown. Hello. Woo! Monchi said, I think it's important to know a man's intentions for you before committing yourself to him. Good God, my people. Woo, I'm loving y'all on tonight. Y'all talking right. That is a fine truth right there. I think it's important to know a man's intention for you before committing yourself to him. And ladies, sometimes we talk too much. We talk ourselves right out of a good thing because we talk too doggone much. How about giving him a chance to speak his truth? Because if a man is fake, he's going to trip up. But if a man is really for you and he really want this thing, it's going to pour out of him. And his actions are going to speak along with his words. His words and his actions are going to meet up. And if that doesn't happen, then we know, can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? You know I love the hearts. The hearts warm my heart. But we have to remember that. Because sometimes we could put words in their mouth. And they be like, oh, because men are quick, they're listening. And they were listening and they're like, oh yeah, that's what she want to hear. Let me give her what she want to hear. But if you allow him to speak his truth, then you'll know what you're dealing with. Is this good? Is this good? Jeannie said, it's okay to ask a man what do he want out of life and do he want to spend his life with you as a man and wife. Ask questions before you go to bed. Boom. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I said. Allow him to talk. Allow him to talk because sometimes we be so busy talking that we don't get a chance, that you don't get a chance to, that you don't get to hear where he coming from. You don't get to hear his truth. And let me tell you, when a man tell you something, 9 out of 10, if he says, nah, I don't want a relationship, nah, I don't want kids, believe him. Believe him. Don't think that he's going to change his mind. And even if that was to happen, you put yourself in a position, not only you, but you put those children in a position. Because if he later doesn't treat them in the way that you think that he should, or spend the time that he should spend with those children, or act the way you think he should act towards them, maybe perhaps you recollect when he said he didn't want any kids. So you can't expect him to give this child his all and all and all and give him, he may grow into it down the road, but them early stages, the child feel like, why daddy treating me like this? Why daddy don't want to be around? Why daddy always going? Because he never really wanted your child. But you can't tell a kid that. But a lot of times women make that mistake. They make that mistake. A man tell you he don't want no kids. Why are you talking kids? If he told you he don't want none. You shouldn't be talking kids with a man to say he don't want none. Now, thank God he may do right, but at the end of the day, you don't put a whole nother thing there. I don't know. I just threw that in there just to. But yes, Jeannie, if the man said, believe him. Believe him when he tell you. Oh, this is really good. I really appreciate you all tonight. I really appreciate you all tonight. Listen, all my newcomers who are not familiar with Tea Time with Tracey, I've written a book. I've written a book uh, called An Unbreakable Bond, The Ultimate Mother and Daughter Relationship. It is a blessing to many. It will help. It's my life story. My daughter. This is where Tea Time with Tracey came about from that book alone. So I need you all to um, to get yourself a copy. Go to my website, tracyhines.com. And you can always get your book there. I send you an autographed copy, or you can get the ebook. but I want to put that out there. It's a book that it has something in there for everybody. It speaks about my life. You get to know who I am and from whence I've come. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you tuning in with me. And again, I believe Tamisha Bennett, I believe you are new on here. And there was somebody else that was new on here. Give me a moment. I just want to scroll through real quick. I have somebody here, I think Sloan from on YouTube. I have also I think, oh, these are names that she was calling off. But yes, I want you all to please welcome Tamisha and thank you for tuning in and continue to follow us on Tea Time with Tracy. We really appreciate you being here with us, and we thank you for tuning in. Also, please, again, people, remember, do not forget about the drawing. Be a part of the $500 giveaway. Send your $10 cash app to $ the number 4 Tea Time. Tell your people, tell your friends. It is July 1st. I keep saying July. January 1st, 2021. I will be drawing the spin wheel on 8 p.m. But please try to get your cash up in now. Do not be last minute, because what happens is if it get too much, I'm gonna have to send it back, because I only take it as if so that you could be a part of. Okay, so let me go back to some of the comments that I had missed. Okay. Okay, so we start with Jeannie, who says, yes, we got to believe in him, right? And then she says, the best way to learn, Jackie said, the best way to learn is to watch, hear what they say, but see what they do. Exactly, Jackie. Exactly. Denise says, we need to know how to read the writing on the wall. How do we stay with a man for decades and he never asks for our hand in marriage, knowing that God honors marriage? I believe that we need to value ourselves more. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, child, this is so kind of good. This is some kind of good. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna spew over just a little while longer, because you are really touching on some things, and I do believe that these things need to be heard and need to be seen. Tamisha said yes. Ophelia said yes, believe him. Oh my goodness, pastors on the line. Good Lord. Whoo! My goodness. Ani says it's important for a man to have a vision before he marries. If he has no vision, a woman might give him hell. Why? Because she is not made to help us. Men do nothing. But before a woman accepts him, she should be excited about his vision. If she is not, it is a good chance she made the wrong choice. Come on here, Ani. Talk about it. Come on. You got to have a vision. You got to have a vision. You got to have a vision. It's important to have a vision. And a lot of these men don't even know nothing about that. Montrese says, I always say I never cheated, but I realize I have. Not physically, but emotionally. My reason was because I seen myself somewhere else and him not being able to take that journey with me, but instead being the reason. I too wouldn't take it. So I confided in someone, a friend, and that friendship grew, and so did an attraction. And though I never crossed that line, the moment I let someone, especially of the opposite sex, into my relationship, I violated our bond. I was committed to him, but he was, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo! My goodness, my goodness. But he was. Oh, thank you, Ross. Oh, yes. Welcome, Ross. Thank you, Ross, for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracy. Please follow me. Please follow me. I'm also on YouTube. Just stay with us. We really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Tamisha, this was great. Oh, thank you, Tamisha. Jackie said, if it walks like a duck, act like a duck, know that it's a duck. Aflac. I am known to say that. Aflac. Oh my goodness. Tamisha said hilarious. Jackie says, no time for nonsense. Exactly. Thank you, Demarcus. This is good. Yes. Jeannie says, you allow him to live married free by never speaking on it. You sell yourself short. You sell yourself short. You sell yourself short. Yes. Montrese says, I was committed to him, but he wasn't committed to me because he did what I couldn't do. That's why it's important to know his intentions for you. Don't be committed to someone that's not your husband, that you lose yourself in the process. Oh, that's finishing that comment. Ooh, boy, oh boy. And what happens, that's for young and for old. Because the thing about it, again, you can be so blindsided or so one sided on what you believe and what you want, and because of your faith, and you got to know the difference between faith walk and walking stupid. Okay, and let's be honest, because sometimes we want to call our stupid walk faith. That ain't no faith walk. You know you dumb for that. Your mind is the most underrated but powerful tool. You have to connect on a thoughtful level. The physically is a temporary attraction, but the commitment is enhanced. Exactly. And I always say this: we have to stop doing uh, looking. What was the saying? Um, we be wanting a permanent situation. We want something permanent, but we doing things temporary. You know that you don't let your temporary. What I said, I used to say it before. Don't let something temporary destroy something permanent. You ain't got no time for that. You ought not to be doing that. She said, here it is. How about getting on the plane to Fantasy Island and create a man in my head that didn't exist in reality? By the time I come back to reality, the relationship, marriage is chaos, misery, pain, and suffering. Wow. Exactly, because what happened is we have a figmentation in our own imagination. We have a figmentation of what we think of what we want it to be over what it really is, and we lose ourselves. And then, like you said, back to reality. Remember, there was a song, "Back to Reality." Exactly. You get back to reality, and you realize, what have I done? What have I done? All for a little leg, all for a little stuff. All for the flesh. But after a while, my thing is, if you get to know them physically, but you know nothing else about them. So once that part is said and done, then what do you have? What do you know? What do you have of the person? What is his mind like? What is his heart like? What is his thoughts like? What is he? What is his goal? Get to know him. Let him know you. You know him. But when you start doing that physical thing, you destroy everything. You destroy everything. You destroy everything. And so, Jenny says, stop allowing people who had a failed marriage talk you out of getting married. Keep people out of your. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, Jeannie. Yeah, because another thing too, people will talk you out, make you think that oh, you don't need to get married. That you're married, you got a better relation. No, 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 no. Marriage is honorable in the sight of the God. And you want marriage. God is the institute. God instituted marriage. God is the designer of marriage, and He's the manufacturer. He's the one. Just like everything has a manufacturer, He's the manufacturer. He designed marriage. So even when I had a statement, someone asked me on last week. Young lady said, on one of the in one of the discussions, she said, "What about?" She mentioned something about a person not believing in God, and so I said, "Well, if they don't believe in God, when they get married, who are they vowing to? Who are they vowing to?" So that's another thing. So therefore, that's another situation. It's just so much. It's a lot there. But we have to get ourselves in the right perspective, get our whole life together on this. Yes, back to life, back to reality. Exactly. To the plane. Yes, exactly. To be sure. Monty said, Gene, I'm sure people shouldn't deter you from getting married. People look for marriage goals instead of setting and being the goals you like to see. If I allowed that, I would never want to get married. That's true. That's true. But oh my goodness, I gotta take a sip here. You guys are really magnificent on tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Exactly. Yes, Jeannie, exactly. I really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracy. Um, Again, like I said, Tea Time with Tracy is where we come together. We have these discussions to be helpers of one another. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? You all know I love to see the hearts. The hearts warm my heart. I just like to see them go up across the screen. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracy. This has been a great night. I wanted to bring people on, but they didn't. No one said that they was willing to come on. Did you want to come on? Because I gave you the link. You could have came on, But okay, we'll save it for the next time. Then we'll save it for next time. When I come on, remember I'm coming back um, on July. Keep saying July. What's getting ready to happen in July? For crying out loud! Thank you, Ani. Thank you. Keep tuning in. Keep sharing. Please, when you all come on, I need you all to make sure that you all share with your people on there, so that you can know that we are here. Jackie said, question for everyone. How many of us can truly say, single or married, really ask God, is that the person you have for me? I know I didn't. I seen the candy and went in the candy store. I was Woo! Oh my goodness. Marchi says, I don't look at anyone's marriage and say goals or anyone's failed marriage and say that could never be me because it can very well be me. Exactly. Denise said, what's happening in July? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting married in July. I don't know because July seemed to be, I keep saying July. I don't know. Something getting ready to happen in July because I've been saying July this whole time. I done just jumped right on past January and went to July. I've been doing it every time I'm mentioning this $500 giveaway. I keep saying July, honey, child. Yes, Jazz. Yes, praying for that this tea time blesses someone. Like the couples from last said best. It's hard for single people these days, but have faith. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. I think I want to thank you, Jess. I really appreciate. And Jess, please let your people know about Tea Time with Tracy. Please stay in tune with us. Please show up. Please be a part of this. I'm really doing my best to try to bring some discussions that's going to be helpful, that we can apply in our lives, that we can be in the forefront of knowing that, these are the things that people are dealing with, and we need to be able to talk about it. And sometimes, again, hearing from one person, that's why I love the way that this goes about, because if you all could think to write it, then I can think. If y'all don't have no problem writing it, I don't have no problem reading it. I love the fact that because your opinion matter and you're important, and there's something that so many people have been blessed by other people comments on here, statements on here. So I thank you all for tuning in with me on tonight. I just want to put up these comments that were being said here. Talisha said, girl, yes, maybe your niece is getting married. Hey, maybe you're getting married in July, Montrese. Listen, it don't take a long time, Arnie says. It doesn't take a long time. You can be with somebody. Don't take a long time. Do it, Lord. Yes. Yes, Jackie. Yes, 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 yes. Denise said, Monty. Yes, come on here. Marriages are coming. Thank you. Marriages are coming. Yes, it is. Marriages are coming. We don't have the babies come to the church. Now let the marriages continue to come on in the church. I mean, those that were married are having babies. Now come on, let some of the marriages come. And you know what, Lord? Let the marriage come for the seniors also, us senior women. Let us get our husbands and let us continue this work in the Lord. Send them to us. Come on now. Just Hines, it really is hard out here and easy to stick to what we know because of comfortability, knowing it's not what God has for us. And yes, let it be what God has for us. Exactly. We want the will of the Father. The will of the Father is what we want. Good night. Thank you for tuning in, Jasmine. I appreciate you, my dearest friend. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, yes. Amen. I'm in that number. Yes, Lord. Yes. You know, because we are better together. Denise says, I got married in less than a year and have been married for 31 years. Boom. We're going to pin that one right there. Yes, 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 yes. So it's possible, Montrese. Do you see that? Do you see what Denise Green wrote? I got married in less than a year and have been married for 31 years. So it is doable and it can happen. God bless you, Ani. God bless you. Lord knows I need to drop this last name and crack these eggs and give my mother some grandbabies. All right, all right. Oh, all right. I sure did. I did my first wedding already with Jasmine's daughter. I did that wedding already for Jasmine's daughter. So come on, get those weddings coming. I got some more weddings I'm ready to do, and I'm also ready to be a bride. It ain't too late. It's never too late. It is never too late. But anyway, I have to tune off. I appreciate you all once again. Again, please, 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 everyone. Everyone, can I get some hearts? Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. I need the hearts. You know I love the hearts. But please, everyone, do me a huge favor and continue to partake in this. I need y'all to send your $10 cash app to $ for tea time to be part of this $500 giveaway. I want you all to have the opportunity to have the chance to win. This, it really is going to be a blessing. So please do me that favor, share with your people. Remember, this is what it looks like. This is the wheel that it's going to go. Right now, this is my only avenue, my only way of being a help to anyone by way of my show. So Tea Time with Tracey is presenting a $500 giveaway, cash giveaway. And how we do that we collectively, everyone sends in a $10. You get your name on the spin wheel, and we will spin that wheel. And on that day, on January 1st, I said it right, on January 1st, I will spin the wheel, and whoever name it lands on, that will be the person who will get the $500, and you are going to get to see it. And we can just do a quick discussion on the new year, because it will be also, that day will be the new year. So that's what I want to do. Okay, so please, if you all can even, you can even reach out to your people. Let your people know, hey, listen, take the chance and be a part of this, and have them send in the $10. Or you can send the $10 in for them as a gift, and if they win, it's for them, and you can give it to them, and you can say, you know what, I entered your name into the spin wheel, and I won you $500. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. So thank you all for tuning in on again tonight. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night, Jeannie. Good night, everyone. Good night. And as you all know, it is my custom. This is a Christian-based forum, and I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I never leave off. I try not to leave off um, without giving someone the greatest gift of all gifts. And out of all the relationships you can have in the world, there's no relationship greater than having a relationship with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And so I would say unto you, according to Romans 10 and 9, the Bible says in Romans 10 and 9, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus died and God rose him, you shall be saved. It's just that simple. Just that simple. And so all you have to do is say, Lord Jesus, come into my heart. I am a sinner. I repent of my sins. I ask that you create in me a clean heart and renew the right spirit within me. I believe that you died for me on Calvary. I believe in the death, burial, and resurrection. I believe that you died and God rose you up just so that I can be redeemed back to the Father. And so, Lord, I accept you as my Lord and I accept you as my Savior. Have your way in my life. If you made that prayer, all you have to do now is find yourself a Bible-based church, a church that will fill you with the Word of God and help you to grow in the things of God. And the best church that I can only offer you is the one in which I attend. I attend Full Effect Gospel Ministries, where my bishop is the General Overseer, Bishop Archie L. McGinnis II, and our First Lady is Lady Dr. Cynthia McGinnis. They teach us in the Word, they direct us in the Word, and they help build up our faith. And so you are always welcome to join in with us. All you have to do is tune into go to our website, effect900.com, and you will get to find all the things you need to know about our ministry and the things that we are doing there. So again, on tonight, thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey. The next time you will see me, it will be on January 1st. Be sure to tune in for the $500 giveaway. Okay, so good night to you all. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning again with Tea Time with Tracey. God bless you all. Have a good one. It's Tea Time with Tracey. Tea Time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. It's Tea Time with Tracey. Tea Time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Tea Time with Tracey. Tea Time with Tracey.